what we see today on this planet, there is a complete madness. People are killing each other in the name of nations, in the name of religions. How to stop this horror on this planet Earth? There is a solution. We have to change the educational system worldwide. And we have to start in the primary school up to the PhD degree. Experiential consciousness research. If we want to survive on this planet, the entire human civilization should be directed towards the source of the universe, towards the consciousness. This means that this crucial question of physics, who is the observer, should be introduced in the entire educational system. Because once, as a child, you are already directed into this direction, when you are growing up, you deepen this experience. You deepen this search of who inside of me has experience of this world. And when we will direct the entire civilization into this direction, we will get a new generation of people on this planet, which will have much higher consciousness as we have today. And the more you are conscious, the more you are free. The more you are conscious, the more you are aware of how certain powers on this planet are manipulating human mind. Are making human mind crazy, sick, to fight wars. The misinformation is the biggest weapon in today life. Misinformation about everything. But when you are conscious, when you are not identified with your mind anymore, then you have a supervisor. This supervisor is consciousness. And once this supervisor in human being is awakened, then you see immediately that information is not true, that is a lie. Because consciousness has a beautiful quality. Consciousness immediately sees if something is true or not. You don't need intellectual understanding for this. You just know. That is immense power of consciousness. That the conscious person, when the conscious person gets a certain information, he will immediately know if information is true or lie, or it's fake, or it's a lie. without involving intellectual analysis, you know? Let's make one example. From physics. This famous Schrödinger cat. You have a cat in the box and there is radiation there. And radiation can kill the cat or not kill the cat. Now for hundreds of years, for 100 years, physicists are discussing this, writing books, articles. If a cat is dead or alive, what a conscious person will do? The conscious person will open the box and it will see the cat is alive or dead, and that's it. Now for almost 100 years, scientists are discussing a Big Bang theory, writing articles in high-rated journals. PhDs are done on this, on that. Probably thousands of PhDs research have been done on the Big Bang. But you just ask a conscious person which has no education in physics at all, and you told her that the universe started from the mathematical point where the energy and pressure and density was infinite, and then this exploded. The conscious person will just start laughing, because it will see immediately that this is an utter nonsense. The entire human race is manipulated. Because if you want to have a certain type of society, or if you want that something happen in society, you just have to give information through the media, a certain information for a certain time. And the most of people will enter that reality. That lie will become their truth, and they will act accordingly. So, awakening of the spirit, awakening of consciousness, is the only way that we save this civilization from the extinction. Let's see this in the perspective of evolution. In the process of evolution, we are a part that is developed from monkeys, that's clear. And certain monkeys highly developed the mental capacities. Certain monkeys highly developed the brain and the operational system, which is mind, to think. And this cleverness, they gave this species a lot of power to survive. So in the perspective of evolution, development of mind was something that gives human race possibility to survive. let's say thousands and few 10,000 years ago, or whatever, when the nature was powerful, when there was no technology, you know, the monkey that was clever had more possibility to survive. Not because of the power, but because of cleverness. But now we are in the situation that this organ that we developed, which is human mind, has become danger for our survival, because we are so clever that we are destroying ourselves. Yeah? Imagine an animal that has developed, I don't know, very strong tail to help the animal to jump. Okay? To be faster, to escape from lions and other animals. But if then it happens, or happened, let's say hypothetically, that this tail became too big, the animal became too heavy, and this tail was not anymore the support to survive, but it became something that brings this species to extinction, because if you have a too big tail, it cannot help you to jump anymore, to escape from the wild animals which eat other animals. We are on the planet now in the same situation. If we will remain on the mind only, if the mind will be the main instrument through which we operate, then the extinction of the human race is 100%. So the only chance is that we start developing, let's say now in the simple words, the next evolutionary step, the next mechanism in the human beings, which is consciousness. With the development of consciousness, we will save ourselves, because the mind, which now has a huge tail, the mind will start losing the power. Because a mind without consciousness is blind, is crazy. That's why we have so much craziness on this planet. The mind, to work properly, needs a supervisor. And the supervisor of the mind is consciousness. So this is the physics of now, main goal. Understanding that a consciousness is a fundamental reality in which the entire universe exists. And that the direction of the evolution of humans on this planet is to go beyond the mind into consciousness. Only this can save humanity, nothing else.